Hello everyone and welcome back to our reading of Ancient Mysteries. And here we are in Stonehenge in England, not Scotland. I don't know why, but I hear Scotland, I hear Stonehenge, and I think Scotland. Why? I don't know. It's just I guess it just seems more Scottish than English. This massive circles. And, might have to do with, the subject of this chapter, titled An Imaginary Celtic Ceremony. It is dark. The eastern sky has begun to lighten, but no rays of sunshine light the scene. A large group of people, dressed in long white robes, approach the stones. They walk along the pathway, between two earthen banks, which run up the hill from the northeast. 3 men lead the group. The procession reaches the circular bank, and passes silently into the sacred enclosure. The 3 leaders pass between 2 stones, and enter the great circle of upright stones. Most of the people remain outside the stone circle. They strain to see what the 3 men are doing. The sky is gradually growing brighter. The spectators can now be seen clearly. They are standing quietly outside the circle, waiting. The oldest of the 3 leaders turns to face the path by which he has entered the circle. Behind him, the 2 others hold an ox beside a single upright stone. They wait. Suddenly, a ray of sunlight leaps from the horizon. It passes between the stones and strikes the older man. His shadow is cast on the upright stone behind him. Raising his arms, the man chants softly. Then he turns, advances on the ox, and kills it. The ox collapses on the ground. Outside the circle, the people sigh with relief. The sun god has received his sacrifice. When people think of England, they may think of the House of Wessex, or maybe even the House of Plantagenet. Hell, you may think of the House of Tudor, maybe even the House of Stuart. But this, before England, before the coming of the Angles, the Jutes, the Saxons, the Normans, the Danes, this was the time of the Britons. Something that really people only think of in regards to King Arthur or Julius Caesar. It's strange, but still it is a period of history that did happen. This isn't a strictly Scottish thing. Pict, Britain, wherever you went, there were people who had such ceremonies, and it wasn't necessarily the Celtic peoples. Germanic people definitely had it. The Hellenes would do it. Yes. Sacrifices, it's not something that was strictly Celtic. You may think it might not have ever happened in Great Britain, but it did. Before the coming of the Saxons on their ships. Well, that's all for today. I'll see you next time.